the Academy Awards has presented its nominees for Best Animated Feature of the Year, and it comes down to a good number. You've got 5 here. You've got Ferdinand, The Breadwinner, Coco, The Boss Baby, and Loving Vincent. I think we all know what winner they're going to go with here. I'm not going to be surprised when this comes to the floor, when it comes to the stage. Coco will win. That's most likely unmistakably the winner here. And you would have thought that the Academy would have learned from Ponyo. Maybe they don't even care about the outrage. But these are awards that are in many ways taken seriously. Awards that are able to progress people in some ways further into categories, into their development of writing, of directing, of filmmaking, of animating. This does rise above. Ponyo got snuffed almost a decade ago, if I'm not mistaken, a decade ago. And, of course, then you had a number of situations where you had films similar from the Studio Ghibli and camps of similar nature that were nominated but not winning. You had The Wind Rises going up against Frozen, and Wind Rises wasn't the best Ghibli film, but I would be mistaken to say Frozen was the best Disney film. I mean, it was a box office success, but if we're judging off of box office success, then Transformers should have gotten an Academy Award at some point. You look at The Tale of Princess Kaguya in 2014 going up against Big Hero 6. Big Hero 6, I love that movie. And I think that it does present science in a way in which makes kids way more interested. It does, I think, get fairly that award compared to Frozen. Another film, another year, and they just snub it. And you have this thing going on where Disney usually wins whenever you drop a Studio Ghibli or a Japanese one. This one, Your Name, is a film that you would think should win. Not only because of its box office success, but because of its story, how well it told that story, how well it's animated, and just how great of a film it is. If there was one film that should have been on this list, it's the film that topped Spirited Away in the Japanese box office to become the #1 film of all time for Japan. That should be unmistakably not a reason, but when it is of such caliber, and people are celebrating it because it's a great story, and they're celebrating it so much that they went out in droves to see it, yet it's not on this list? I mean, I don't know if there's a rigging system here, where it's like every once in a while, don't put them in. This isn't even Studio Ghibli. That's why I'm even more disappointed. It's a studio that would greatly benefit from having this their name out there even more. I really wish Your Name was on this list. You know, and then you have some of these nominees. I really think that clearly some of these nominees should not be on here if you're going to snub Your Name. If Boss Baby, which, look, Boss Baby's cool. Boss Baby is cool in the way that DreamWorks finally made a DreamWorks-esque movie after Trolls came out, and we were worried about them for a little bit. That was a big deal. You know, everyone's like, what's going on here? Why is, what like, after Home and after Trolls, everyone's like, what's DreamWorks doing? This isn't DreamWorks. But I don't think that should have been nominated. I mean, that's one that you could switch out. Ferdinand is one you could switch out, though I have not seen the movie. So I am judging blankly here. But if you're going to put Boss Baby and I think Ferdinand in, you could put Pokemon in. You could put the Pokemon movie that came out, I Choose You, in. If we're going there, if we are seriously going to a point where these movies get in, then, you know, we're back in the first Academy Best Animated Feature. We're back at the point where you have Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius, in the lineup. Which, Jimmy Neutron wasn't the worst movie, but I mean, Academy Award? Really? Nominated Jimmy Neutron? Like, you know what I mean? Like, put in, if you're gonna go back to this again, put in Pokemon. Don't. I don't get it. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't. This is annoying. It's and every once in a while we're gonna do this again because Disney can win, and it's clear Disney's gonna win because I don't see Boss Baby winning it. I don't see Ferdinand winning it. I don't see Loving Vincent winning it. I don't see the Breadwinner winning it. I see Coco winning it. And that's not to insult any of the other nominees. I just see that Disney constantly wins these awards. It's usually the big studio, or it's usually a studio that has recognition, and it's either DreamWorks, or it's usually Pixar, or it's usually Disney Animation, or it's usually Studio Ghibli, or it's Aardman, but it's usually not one that's further out in the ether. It's not one that's usually further in the distance here. You're not. Look at the list of winners. You have Zootopia, Inside Out, Big Hero 6, Frozen, Brave, Rango, Toy Story 3, Up, WALL-E, Ratatouille, Happy Feet, Wallace and Gromit. See, there's Aardman. Incredibles 2, Finding Nemo, Spirited Away, and Shrek. Big name studios. Big name studios. You can't doubt the fact these are all studios that, you know, have a name. You have a noticeably clear understanding of where we're coming from, with the fact that, you know, Disney's likely going to win it because they snubbed the ones that would have won it. So I don't, you know, maybe that's weird. I wish more of the other awards were as recognized as the Oscars. I wish there were other awards that were as recognized, but the Academy Awards are still the awards to get. They are still the ones that's like the best of the best. They are still the ones. So until that changes, Disney's going to be the winner, and Disney's going to be, you know, have that, you know, that nice trophy. Hey, we've got it. We totally didn't pay anyone off. Yeah. But what do you guys think? This is ridiculous. Thanks for watching. Tell me your thoughts in the comments, though. Stay tuned for more.